Hi, my name is Dan Shin, and right now I'm working. Right now I'm a YA working as a security guard at an investment company called Vanguard. I wanted to share my testimony on how I was saved and how I received Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. Growing up, my family went to a Catholic church and forced me and my sisters to attend Mass. Even though we just wanted to sleep during those mornings, at church, at church, I did not really know God, and I didn't care. I only liked having fun with my friends at church, and did not understand who Jesus was and why He was so important to me. Also, my parents did not really teach me about God. It felt like my parents went to church because that's where their friends were too. My parents fought a lot during these years. My dad would drink a lot and then fight with my mom about money. Then, around the time I was transitioning from middle school to high school, my parents decided to get a divorce. This was really hard for me, and I was very upset and angry. I couldn't understand why this was happening to me, especially during a time of transitioning to high school. That alone was enough of a problem for me. I felt that my father was abandoning me in a time where I needed him. To top it off, during this time, my dad forced my family to leave the Catholic Church and start going to a Protestant church. This also made me mad because I had a lot of friends at my Catholic church, and now I had to go to a new church where I didn't know anyone. I felt that my dad just kept on letting me down. However, there was a brother from my new Protestant church who helped me a lot during this time. He always gave me rides to events and encouraged me when I was upset about my parents' divorce. Through him, I saw a glimpse of God's sacrificial love, and I started to see how God was calling me to be His child, and not only a child of earthly parents. 2 years ago, I went through the most difficult hardship of my life. One day, my stomach and my lower back started to hurt with a sharp pain that I've never felt before. It felt that people were hitting my stomach and my lower back with a hammer. I went to the I went to the emergency room. It was found that my intestines were twisted, and I had to go to immediate surgery. To me, it felt that I was literally dying from pain. It was too much for me to handle. Overcome by the pain, I even asked my mom to call my sisters before I went into surgery because I truly feared that I would die. It was in this moment when I felt I had lost all control of my life, and that I started feeling that I really needed God. Up to this point, I believed that God was real, but my faith was half-hearted. Now faced with left, Now faced with life or death, the only thing that the only thing that I had felt, the only thing that I had left was to cry out to God. What what happened next was a miracle. I was lying in so much pain, waiting for my surgery. But then in my spirit, I began to feel freedom. I really want to go to church and be with my brothers and sisters because it was Sunday. But then I, but then I felt the unity of my body and my spirit. I felt that God was speaking to me during this time. He was using my physical sickness to show me my spiritual sickness. How my life without Him was dead, and how much I needed Jesus to be freed and healed from my spiritual and physical sickness. I found out afterwards uh, that I found out afterward at one point during my surgery, the surgeons were shocked because I was literally dead. When they opened my stomach to operate on me, there was no blood flowing through my body, so they could not start their surgery. But then, after about 30 minutes, there was blood flow, so they were able to. There was blood flow, so they were able to continue the operation. Even though my physical status, God was revealing the truth to me about how I was once dead, but I am surely alive in Him. Through Him, I was once dead in my sin, just like my body was dead. Now I am alive in Jesus. Jesus Christ saved me by dying on the cross and shedding His blood. Now I have become His child, so His blood flows in me. God did heal my physical sickness, and during my recovery, I really felt the blessing and the love of the church as many GC brothers and sisters came to visit me and encourage me. Through these people, I felt God's love and care for me. How can I not respond to His love? It was at this time that I decided to devote my entire life to Jesus, because I began to understand His true love for me. God opened up my heart, showing me that I am not alone. No, I was never alone. God is always there for me, and He has given us His body to love and care for one another. This truth also filled me with an inner peace and the confidence that I truly trust in Him. No matter what happens to my worldly body, ever since this experience, my life has been transformed to know God, who is a loving Father. That desires for the children to be saved and to be healed. To know a God who is a loving Father, now shaped by my desire to worship Him, directed by my dependence on Him, and centered on learning to fully depend on Him for everything. Not only that, but God gave me a desire to love and care for others who are also going through difficult times of pain and struggling physically, mentally, and emotionally. I want to help others endure the struggle they are going through and to look to Jesus in their walk as well. I want to end my sharing with this verse because it has helped me in my struggles, and I hope that it will help others as well. The verse is Psalm 73, 25 through 26. Whom have I in heaven but you? And there is nothing on earth that I desire beside you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Thank you.